Proudly brought to you by National Mini Storage. It's New Zealand's favourite and most extreme fishing show, Screaming Reels.
I've got him, got him. There's a bit of weight on him, mate. There's a bit of weight on him. Oh, yeah. Out of the water, look at that.
It's another day out on the ocean for New Zealand's most extreme fishermen, Lee Hart and Jason Hoyt. Together with their skipper Lance, who's on an hourly rate, not including fuel, they are once again targeting the big kingies. But this time, on the Coromandel Peninsula.
G'day there, welcome to Screaming Reels, New Zealand's most extreme hard-out fishing show. Jace, g'day mate.
G'day, mate.
Well, I tell you what, today, one of my favourite spots, Coromandel, beautiful spot here in New Zealand. A very secret spot called Camel Toe Bay. Been coming here for years. Great bit of fishing here, mate.
Oh, listen, mate, I've got some great memories of Camel Toe Bay. It's beautiful, beautiful location. Of course, you and I, mate, over the years smoked a few kingies and marlin at the smokehouse over there. We don't want to give the exact location, but not far from Moose Knuckle Point. So beautiful.
That's right, mate. Now, what's the plan today? I reckon we go for those big kingies. Run some trevally, maybe, live baits, bang, snap them up. For that, though, why don't we try for some snapper?
Yeah, I reckon, mate, especially when you get in a bay like this, it's beautiful. It's really settled. A lot of live baits around here, so I think the kingies will be running today. Maybe catch a few snapper to put on the barbie later on.
That's right, mate. We'll probably kick off with these pilchies as our bait. Caught these last week. Perfect there. As I say, big bait, big fish. That's what we're going today. Get those trevally, maybe snapper, straight in the smoker.
The boys waste no time getting amongst the action. And Lee is keen to reap the benefits of the new fish finder technology from Furuno, which has already picked up plenty of sizable fish. But experience is important as well.
Now, what are you running here? We're probably about 30 metres, 25?
3.4 actually.
Metres?
Yes.
So foot, though, that would be 15, 12?
Yeah, 12 foot. You're looking at 12 foot.
It's not long before the reel starts screaming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go.
I'm thinking probably a groper. You can often tell from the nature of the bite, can't you, Lance, what type of fish you get on there? You know, a hard strike,
yes.
Could be a kingy.
Yep.
So you'd be getting some turbot round here too. Wouldn't you say, Lance?
Your soft turbot?
Your soft turbot, because turbot loves this kind of environment.
Don't forget the soft turbots here, would you?
More your hard turbot, but you know, you go another couple of metres, you get your hard soft
your deeper
turbot.
waters?
Deeper waters.
Closer to the reef over there, you mean?
Oh, definitely. Oh, no, the reef, you'd be getting your leather jackets, wouldn't you?
Oh, don't know about that. Maybe deeper you might get a vinyl jacket, perhaps, but certainly not a leather jacket. Or stripey, maybe.
Oh, definitely stripies. Yeah.
You a cootie?
Yeah, no. When
We're getting a snapper?
When you're at your reef, you're looking more cod, aren't you?
You blue cod? Not up here, wouldn't? Maybe a red cod? Or your spiny cod, perhaps?
Good eating a spiny cod.
Yeah, rough though. You take the skins off them, they're not bad.
The spiny cod, you put it in the smoker, mate, because they've got a very oily flesh.
Beautiful,
mate.
Beautiful. Just give that line a bit of a tug every now and then. Let them know you're still there.
Just might check my bait, actually. Oh, you look at the, yeah, there you go. There you go. That's what I was saying, wasn't I, Lance?
Getting a few bites there.
You know, I had a full pulchy on there, and look at that, clean as a whistle. That's a kingy, that. I can tell you right now, when it's that clean off the hook, it's a kingy.
Yeah, it could have been a kingy, right? But it's very hard to tell now. It's just kind of a hook. You have to be a pretty good DSIR kind of CSI guy to work that out. But
I'm just looking at how clean it is, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a clean hook, and your kingies...
Would have been a big one too, I reckon.
Yeah, big one. Well, you can tell by the way the hook lead there is macrame'd a bit.
Yep.
Tends to twist.
And you would have felt that, yeah. Ooh, would have been good though, straight in the smoker.
Yeah, beautiful, mate.
Fishing is a waiting game, but the boys have no time for that. So Lee guides Lance to Moose Knuckle Point, another primo location.
That's good, mate. That's good there, mate. That's good. Good spot. Yeah, well, this does interest me, what we've done. Lance has brought us into deeper water. We can see if I have a bit of a reef break. We've got some rocks over there. We've got deeper water around it, but shallow water around the reef, and that's where a lot of those fish that we're targeting are going to be living and hiding. Might use the soft baits, like I said. No one knows that sort of stuff better than Jason Hoyt. So So he'll probably lead this part of it, and we'll get those fish that we've been targeting all day. But exciting. I think we're in a good spot here, Jace.
Yeah, mate.
Caught many a snapper out this way before.
Yeah.
Don't see why we shouldn't catch any of the big snapper today.
It's a little bit choppy, but oh, here we go. Come on, guys.
You hooked up, are you?
Yeah. Oh, she's a beauty too.
Yawn, eh, mate? Yawn.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. I can see colour too.
Oh, she'd be beautiful in the smoker.
Yeah, it'd be beautiful. Ah! Oh, you got her.
What happened?
Oh, just got her up to the surface,
Broke
mate.
the line, did it? Or
And,
just...
well, no, the current banged it against the bloody boat here and she fell off the hook. Ah.
Geez, one of those days, isn't it?
It is one of those days, mate. Look at that. Jeez, it was a goodie too, 20-pounder.
Undeterred, the boys decide to relocate back to Camel Toe Bay. And again, there is plenty of screaming reel action.
Now you see that, that's an indication there that this pilchy here has been sucked dry. That's an indication of your jacket or your dory, generally speaking. But I'm thinking...
Could be pooker.
Oh, yeah, could be pooker. I'm thinking I might go harder baits, mate. Something that stays on the line a bit better than a pilchy. These are a bit soft at the
I
moment.
want to try the squids.
Yeah, frozen squid.
Crumbed?
No, just your frozen squid. I think you use a harder bait that stays on a bit longer.
You want it salted, though?
Oh, yeah, you got to salt it. Look at that's amazing. That is amazing. Wow.
Well, there you go. Jay's getting plenty of bites out here. 3 metres of water. I'll tell you what, after the break, top fishing tips with Lee and Jace. Well, welcome back to Screaming Reels. We're here in the Coromandel, beautiful spot. Can't you tell exactly where it is because it's a bit of a special spot for our oh, bit of a bite there, bit of a nibble. But anyway, it's not far from Camel Toe Bay, and I've just got a bit of a reef here, which makes me think that some of the fish that we're targeting, are going to be hiding in that little reef. Beautiful little island there, Jace. Makes you think. I mean, ever thought about being marooned on an island?
Oh, I think everyone does, don't they?
Yeah.
You know, bit of a fantasy.
There's a question, bit of a scenario for you, Jace. You're marooned on the island, right?
Yep.
You've got a choice. You can either be with Bear Grylls, you know, the survival expert guy.
Yeah.
Be with him.
Yeah.
Or say Penelope Cruz, you know, the actress.
And we're on a deserted
on
island?
this deserted island there.
Yeah.
All you got is maybe 2 cases of champagne.
Right, okay. That's all you
That's
no
all
food
you got.
or
That's
anything
no
like that?
food, nothing.
I reckon I'd have to go with Bear Grylls on that, mate.
you?
You know, they're a survivalist, you're on an island, you need to gather your food. I'd probably go Bear Grylls.
Right, so the boat picks you up the next day, you know,
You know,
they'll
what do you
get
mean
on
the
it.
boat picks you up the next day?
On the next day, they pick you up in the ferry or whatever.
Well,
and
if I
you're
had
there
known
with
the
Bear
boat was
Grylls.
going to pick me up the next day, I would have gone for Penelope
I never
Cruz.
said how long you're going to be there. I just said, I asked you, who'd you rather spend the night on the beach with?
Well, obviously, I'd assume...
Just can't presume that it's going to be...
Well, of course you can. If you're on a desert island, the assumption being that you're stuck on the desert island, you've got to kill boar and stuff.
a desert island. It's a romantic night.
Well, if I knew it was going to be one night, I would have just gone for Penelope Cruz, you know?
Well, you can say that now. You can't
Well,
change the
particularly if
story.
you've got 2 cases of champagne, of course I'd go for
No, you
Penelope
just said to
Cruz.
me that you'd rather spend a whole night sleeping on the beach, drinking champagne with Bear Grylls.
No, I didn't
making
say
love
I'd
to her.
rather spend one night spending on the beach with Bear Grylls. If I had known it was on one night, we were going to get rescued the next day, of course I would have
You
gone
just can't
Penelope
keep changing
Cruz.
the story.
Well,
I mean,
I
obviously, I
wasn't
never
changing
said
the
there was
story.
any
You didn't
time
even
on
give
it.
me the
There's no
option. You
time
didn't
on
tell
it.
me it was going to be one
It's a pretty
night.
simple choice, Penelope Cruz or Bear Grylls on the beach, champagne.
Well, obviously Penelope Cruz, if
Oh,
that
okay,
was a
you-
scenario, I'd go Penelope
You
Cruz.
just can't change it now.
Well, what do you mean I can't change it? I got all the facts now. Of course I wouldn't
So imagine
spend
they
one
pick you up
night
on the
with Bear
ferry,
Grylls.
they
It was
pick you up on the
champagne.
ferry, all the other people jumping on there.
There's a ferry that goes there. Well, how can it be a
they-
deserted island?
So they pick you up on the ferry,
What?
all right? All the other people getting on the ferry, they go, "Hey, Jace, how's your night with Bear Grylls? Heard you had a biggie." You know what I mean? Well, how weird would that be?
Well, who,
When you could have had a night with
why
with
would there be
Penelope
a
Cruz.
ferry by the deserted island?
2 nights then.
Oh, definitely Bear Grylls.
Right, really good.
The boys are targeting the big kingies, so they decide to relocate once again. Using some GPS coordinates logged in his head and unfazed by how much fuel they're using, Lee directs Lance to yet another fishing hole near Camel Toe Bay. And the state-of-the-art fish finder is already picking up plenty of big fish action.
Are you going there, Jace, right?
Yeah, good, mate. A lot of action at the moment, so it's pretty exciting stuff.
We're pretty pumped at the moment. We're starting to get a lot of action here. Jay's getting plenty of bites. Probably wonder what I'm doing here. I've got a bit of a sabiki rig set up here. And you can see these little hooks. I'm trying to catch some bait fish. And that'll help us to get the bigger fish. You've got to get the small fish before we get the big fish, as they say in fishing. See if we can't catch some of those big strike fish, maybe kahawai or maybe even the kingies, the elusive kingies today,
Well,
of
you
course.
don't really, the old kahawai, not so much, he's not really a stripey.
I didn't say he was today.
Yeah, I think he said
No, not
a stripe.
strike, not stripe.
Well, you can get a striped kahawai, but
No,
you,
not
that's-
stripe, striking, a striking.
Oh, striking,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
But yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
How you go? Getting any? Yeah. Usually pretty good, those.
well, it's a beaky, of course. It's a bit of an Asian setup, which is quite good. I mean, a lot of the snapper that we're going for, of course, they'll come down from the China Sea about this time of year. They're sort of emigrating here, growing as they get down here. They'll come down through where the seas meet here, through the Indian Ocean. And hopefully, by the summer, we're getting those big snappers, 20-pounders. You know, the ones we can take home and put in the smoker. Beautiful. Normally should be biting a lot more than this here at Camel Toe Bay. I mean, I remember coming here a couple of years back, 21.5-pound snapper.
Oh. How much was it?
I didn't sell it. No, it's just straight in the smoker.
Oh, right. Okay. Beautiful, mate.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. What timber did you use?
No, fiberglass. Shimano reel. Good rod, actually.
No, for the smoker, mate.
Oh, sorry, mate. You mean wood in the smoker?
Yeah, in the smoker.
Oh, no, lino. You get that, that base, cooks up the smoke, then you just get the lino on top, the sheen.
Oh, it just crisps it up a bit.
Beautiful.
Oh, beautiful. Bit of tea tree leaf in there?
No. What do I want to do that for?
Well, it just gives you that sort of tea tree manuka. It's beautiful.
I
mate.
didn't want that.
Oh, okay.
Well, I started to notice those seabirds coming in. That's a good sign. Well, they're actually ducks. On the sea. That technically makes them a seabird at this stage. But they're obviously coming in because they know we've got some action going on, and I don't blame them.
No.
Well, the ducks are always a good sign. I mean, you get a squad of ducks around the boat, you generally know there's
Squad?
Pardon?
A squad?
A squad of ducks, yeah. And it's usually a good sign that there's live bait around and that there's activity just under the surface.
Yep. Worst comes to worst, we could get one of those ducks and put it straight in the smoker. Beautiful.
It's not long before the boys are on the move again. And this time, Lee's on.
Right, we're on it.
Are you on, eh? You on?
Okay, jigging, taking some line.
Yeah.
Ah, bugger. Ah, a 20-pounder, I reckon.
Yeah.
Snapper.
You had a good bend on. Bloody good bend.
Unbelievable. Geez, one of those days, isn't it?
Tell you, mate, you get out in the reef, it's all action.
One of those days. That's a good snapper, that. Would have gone beautiful in the smoker.
Beautiful.
Hours later, after an unprecedented amount of fish being detected by the Furuno fish finder, Lee realizes it's been stuck on demo mode for all of episode 2 and probably episode 1.
Yeah, no, I can appreciate that. I just thought you'd have someone there at Furuno that could, explain to us how to take it off demo mode. Well, that's the whole point. It is picking up a lot of fish, but they're not there. It's been the same fish in some sort of loop for a couple of weeks now. Well, I know they're the same fish because we're picking them up in the southern motorway. Sorry, so you hold... Well, the depth is changing, yeah, but the same fish keep going past. Yeah, I have turned it off and on. Yeah, thanks, mate. And just the people at Furuno there that gave us a fish finder. It's a bloody good fish finder, but unfortunately it's been on demo mode throughout the whole series so far. And which essentially means we're seeing the same fish again and again on a sort of loop. And I thought we would have picked up on that maybe in the second week, but that's no good to us. So we're gonna get that fixed, and that's gonna help us target the fish that we're after. But it'll be right. As I say, you don't want to rely on technology, but if you've got it, might as well work for you. After the break, more hot fishing tips.
In the waters around Moose Knuckle Point, extreme fishermen Lee Hart and Jason Hoyt are targeting the big kingies.
As you can see, we were in about 3.5 metres around there by Camel Toe Bay. We've gone into deeper water here, working off the reef here where a lot of the fish come off the coral life. What depth are we at here, Lance? 6 metres.
Is that nautical metres?
So you get it. Oh, there you go. Here we go. That's what I'm talking about. You get a lot of action, of course, with the reef, the tua, the sea eggs, and a lot of Pacific oysters nestle in the rocks there. So there's a lot of action, and already it's livening up a bit. And 6 metres of water.
And ironically, we couldn't catch any small bait fish over there. So what we might be able to do is catch some of the big fish, bring that over, chop that up, and then catch that bait fish with it.
Why would you do that?
Well, at least we would have caught a fish then, if you know what I mean.
With some fuel still in the reserve tank, the boys decide to relocate to a brand new secret location called Skippy's Hole. This location is so secret that most of the fish don't even know it's there.
Well, as you can see, we've relocated. This is Skippy's Hole for obvious reasons, and you know, it's been an up and down sort of day, let's be honest about it, particularly by Lee and my standards, but that's the thing about fishing, you know, is that you don't give up. You just got to do everything you can to try and get a gauge on what the fish are doing out there, and you know, you never know what will happen. Some of the biggest fish I've got were from things I never thought would work in a million years, but...
Right there, mate.
Oh, hey, mate, that's a set of Venetian blinds. As you can see, they're obviously wooden, which always work best in these conditions. What a lot of people don't realise is how sonic fish are and what they pick up in the water. They could be tapping on a boat, music, all sorts of stuff. Different fish are attracted by different sort of things. The beauty of the Venetians is that you can adjust the depth into what depth you want, and you can send those vibrations like that and target whatever fish you're wanting. And obviously you don't want to use the old steel ones. These wooden ones are a lot better. A lot of the steel ones have a lot of that sort of cleaning product on them, that kind of stuff, and the fish hate that. So this was actually taught to me by an old Māori elder back in the 80s.
Was he a fisherman, was he?
No, it's my old woodwork teacher at school. As you can see, that's working already.
Yeah. What timber are you working with here, otherwise? Is that a bit of coating?
Well, it's a bit sort of untreated and it's a bit sort of natural, of course, but
yeah.
You can see that?
Yeah.
I can change the depth down.
So could you use louvers?
Louvers?
Louvers, yeah.
Never heard of anyone using louvers fishing, but no, can't see why you couldn't. I mean, as long as you get in that kind of vibration and, you know, we'll just keep that going for a while. And it doesn't matter if you're fishing with a rod or with Venetian blinds, it's still a waiting game. And that's what you got to do. Like Jay said before, you got to try different things. Yeah, all that oil, all the juices there from the fish.
Yeah, nice.
All right. There you go.
Get our rods out, eh?
Get the rods out.
Most fishing and tackle stores won't stock marine Venetian blinds, but you can get a set from Louver World or the Venetian Blind Warehouse. While the blinds get to work, Lee and Jace start thinking big.
As I say, Jace, big bait, big fish.
Yeah.
Had some great luck here in the past, great luck. You sorts to come here with the old dive gear.
Yeah.
Get to, you know, for the old bluffies, the old bluff oysters.
Bluffies?
Yeah, beautiful. And smoker.
Yeah, they wouldn't be bluffies though, mate.
What do you mean?
We only get bluff oysters and bluff.
Yeah, technically, well, you would, mainly.
Yeah.
Down in Bluff, that's why they're called bluff oysters.
That's why they're called bluff oysters.
Mainly they are down there. You're dead right.
Well, they're all down there.
Yeah, but they travel.
The oysters?
Yeah, they'll like the crayfish. They'll walk up the west coast there.
I mean, oysters don't walk.
They pulse. They'll pulse up there. They'll just come up the coast.
It's
Only
like
every
a
5
bee.
years it happens.
What, that they pulse up the coast?
Yeah. Well, it takes them about 4 years to get here. You know, they come up in packs, you know.
Well, they're already in packets.
Well, not I don't mean packets. They're in like packs. Like they hunt, like when they come up, like in a school.
A school of oysters.
Yeah, they'll come around here every 4 years, nestle in a nest. You come down, pluck them up. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Tell you what, mate, not far from Skippy's Hole, actually, just around the coast down there, you get the old Clevedon oysters. Beautiful. Beautiful, mate.
I don't know about that, mate. Clevedon oysters here in the Coromandel.
Yeah. Well, you were saying you got bluff oysters coming up here to the Coromandel. I mean, you can get Clevedon oysters. Clevedon's just down the coast of it.
Big call, mate. You know, Get Clevedon oysters down Bluff, though.
Do you?
Hours pass on the water, a chance for Jason Lee to reminisce about the big one.
Now, for me, I'd probably say a good 8.5 hours. You know, I would have said I wrestled with it right through the night, you know, so I pretty much about 5 p.m. right through to about, 6 a.m. next morning.
Epic. So it was a tuna, you reckon?
No, I'm talking about bird's nest. Obviously this isn't that bad at the moment, but, you want to see this thing, Well, you should have just cut it. I should have just cut it early, but,
save yourself 9
had to keep
hours.
going. Everyone else is fishing, and I'm there bloody mucking around this bird's nest for 8 hours.
Yeah. Nothing worse, mate. Nothing worse, I tell you. Especially when there's stripies and bloody tuna around. You right?
Huh? What?
You right?
Yeah, no, it's just nesting a bit.
Lance?
Nah, it'll right. Yeah. Call it a day, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, Lance, can you grab the Venetians? Thanks, mate.
Overfishing in New Zealand waters is a serious issue, and Lee and Jace once again feel they have done their bit for the sustainable fishing cause.
Well, there you go, mate. Not the greatest day on the water. We went over to Camel Toe Bay there and tried to get our bait fish. No luck. We moved around a couple of different spots. Just wasn't our day today, mate.
Well, mate, any day on the water is a good day, as they say. And this is my opportunity, though, to give the viewers out there my recipe of the day. And what it is today is a harp hooker and ginger sauce. And all you need for that is a little bit of ginger, some chopped garlic, a little bit of finely chopped red onion, some coconut milk, some lime juice, a crack of pepper, and just a pinch of salt. Pour that over your harp hooker. Absolutely beautiful. And unfortunately, we don't have any harp hooker today, but I tell you what, that sauce is an absolute treat, mate.
Well, that's right, Jace, but we won't be going hungry. Luckily for us, we've got these beautiful venison sausages from our good friends at Haller's. So we'll have a couple of those, bit of kai,
Nice.
and get some in our belly, head back on in there, and call it a day. Hey, want to be part of the show? Just send in your photos, your big catches, send them in to Jason and I at Screaming Reels. You get the chance to win a trip with us out on the water. Hey, see you next time.
Nice.
Screaming Reels would like to thank Wakachangi. Quite nice beer. Download the Wakachangi Go app to find your nearest stockist. Our friends at Haller's, New Zealand's butcher. Try the venison sausage. The all-new Rexton from Sangyong. And of course, National Mini Storage. Creating space.